Hi Cancer, this is your monthly love reading for March 2026. It's for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer, Venus, or if you have a lot of Cancer placements in your natal chart, this could be for you. Take what resonates and don't worry about what doesn't. Don't force it to make it fit, because it won't resonate with every single Cancer on the planet. And I'm going to start off with the Rider-Waite deck. Let's have a look. Renewal. Now, if you're in an existing partnership, this could mean having to have a bit more faith, a bit of, renewing your relationship, maybe after a bit of a rocky moment or two. Renewed faith, renewed hope. Energy of Aquarius. Some of you dealing with an Aquarian. If you're single, you're going to probably want to take a bit of time focusing on self-care. Renew, so you feel fresh and new before starting something else. So, celebrating. Some of you, Cancer, are celebrating an anniversary. Some of you might be 3 years. And many of you will be having, finding time to have fun, maybe meet up with friends, go out, socialise. Because there's growth, you've seen growth. It's possible that you've overcome something if you're partnered and you see the growth, you understand it, things take time. Those of you who are single, I feel as if, you're going to be putting time into you, focusing on your well-being, your money, your stability, going out with friends. Many of you might need to be, balancing your masculine, your feminine energy, sorting out a balance between you as partners, perhaps reviewing how you can both combine your different talents, your different personalities. Maybe it's likely you're seeing how you balance each other well. Potentially you can. If you're a single Cancerian, again, it could be a self-care, time of self-care, looking at yourself, making sure that you're feeling balanced, checking up, before you start dating, perhaps the way you deal with things, have dealt with things in the past, like a kind of annual review. That's my cat. Who's Cancerian. Just fell off the sofa. Okay, excuse me for that. So, and transformations too. Many of you, if you're partnered, you're going through unavoidable transformation in your relationship, where you could be, saying goodbye to kind of behavioural patterns which aren't that healthy, adopting new ones. If you're a single Cancerian, it's likely that while you're having a kind of renewal, a refresh, some of you will be going on some kind of retreat or going to, have a detox, things like that, and as well as possibly getting together with friends and enjoying your independence. You'll also be, going through, because this will be personal transformation for you before you embark on anything new. And it's going to require patience. It's going to require you to put time in to Sagittarius energy. Some of you are dealing with Sagittarius or Aquarius. Some of you Scorpio, but you're going to be focused again, you know, kind of extremely focused on grounding yourself, on feeling better about life, doing things that make you feel good, getting outside into the fresh air. If you're partnered, you know, this could be, March could be a time where you know, enjoy the kind of renewal that your relationship is going through. You're going to enjoy each other's company more, see yourself as working, because you have both these balance cards, and they're very much about keeping a good balance of things, of respecting each other's differences, as well as being able to you know, take advantage of each other's differences as a whole, as it were. You know, Aquarius, the star is about, as a single, you know, it's feeling whole again, feeling new, feeling revitalized. As a couple, you know, it's that feeling of you being a very well operating unit, if you like, and you'll be in unity, taking kind of more childlike approach as well, perhaps. If you're single, Cancer, you're going to be having more kind of childlike approach, open-hearted, fun, convivial sort of approach to, you know, meeting someone new. Because you've done healing, you've worked on yourself, you've got to a place where you feel good, whole, complete. And if you're in a partnership, you're this sense of you being complete and whole with each other in this good energy, transformation, illumination, being able to be playful with each other in March. Yeah, being open, being honest with each other, being able to converse easily, talk about things you want to talk about. Maybe your relationship was going to another sort of more emotional depth to it, where this kind of flows very easily. If you're a single Cancer, you know, you're going to be holding out for what you really deserve, and what you really need, not what you want, but what you need, what you deserve. You're not going to be dating anybody. You're going to, you know, have a lot of self-worth. You've been working on your self-worth, and you're going to be charismatic. So you have fire and water here. Some of you might have a lot of fire in your natal chart, but you're going to have this charismatic, confident persona. Now, it's also likely that whoever's coming in for you, if you're a single Cancerian, they're going to have this competence, this, you know, this generosity persona, this, you won't be able to miss them in a crowd kind of personality. You know, solvent, stable. This could be you too as well. This could be you, Cancer, that you're feeling, you're going to be feeling confident, able to attract. You'd be like a magnet, attracting anybody and everybody. You know, if you're in a couple, your energy is going to be more attractive to your partner. You know, there'd probably be more passion. You are so unbelievable. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. So, yeah, you're definitely not going to be taking on anything doesn't suit you. You're very clear about what you want, Cancer. You're not going to suffer any fools in March. If you're partnered, you're certainly not going to be hanging around. You're going to be clear and concise when you talk to your significant other. You know, they're going to have this respect for the way you are very clear with them, and you're going to be honest with each other as well. I feel like because maybe you have had a rocky patch and you have this renewal if you're coupled, this whole renewal is about being able to give and receive love, being able to be nurturing, being able to, you know, stand up and have the confidence and the magnetism, being desired, desirable, being confident in what you say, confident in your interactions, not taking any prisoners. Some of you are going to be walking away from, I feel as if that whatever it was that could have been a difficult patch, watch out for red flags. Watch out for for red flags, because some of you will be walking away from something that doesn't serve your highest good. Now, there's not many of you. And if you're a single Cancerian, you're going to be laying down, it's sort of putting old maybe bad habits or bad relationship habits, you're going to be sort of putting them to bed. You're not going to be indulging in anything that isn't, for your highest good. I feel as if you're coupled, make sure you stay on track. So stay on track with your communication. There is a chance sometimes of one of your partner perhaps not being 100% honest with you in the month of March. In which case you're going to know, and it could be a repeated cycle, that perhaps there's sometimes a bit of, I wouldn't say lying or cheating, but sometimes there's sort of elements of dishonesty where maybe your partner isn't entirely 100% upfront with you. If you're single, Cancer, you're going to be, certainly just, it's like you're kind of happy being single, even though you're going to be likely actively pursuing, or not actively pursuing so much, in that you'll just be attracting somebody because of the way you are and the way you're coming across. I feel this person coming in is going to completely respect your boundaries as well. This could be something you need to look out for too, is make sure you have good boundaries, when you go out into the dating world again. And if you're coupled, perhaps it's your boundaries that you both had, or one of you had needed to pay attention to. Let's have a look at the Romance Angels. And what have they got to offer, Romance Angels? Yeah, for you, those of you who are single, you're calling in your soulmate. This card here can represent, and the High Priestess, this kind of inner knowing that your soulmate's out there and could be coming in because you've worked on yourself. You perhaps even visualised who this person is. Yeah, new love, a person could have already stirred your romantic feelings. For you who seem to, who are single, looking for something, not looking. I don't feel you have to look at all. I feel it's going to come to you without too much effort at all, because of your, you know, your aura, your demeanour, your confidence, your openness. Yeah, I feel like whoever's coming in for you, Cancer, is going to have this really kind of cheeky chappy, cheerful, studious, probably someone who's quite responsible, but with a kind of fun element to them, which will be really attractive to you. You might well meet in something like an adult education class or something. You might meet in an environment that, you know, is linked to study, some kind of study. Also, if you're partnered, you could be, you know, spending more time in study. You could be doing some course of study with your significant other, but in whichever respect, you're going to be coming across as, you know, as responsible, intellectual, studious, you know, cheerful, all the elements that somebody would find very attractive. Yeah, because there might be a project in the pipeline that you're going to work on together, the two of you. And if you're partnered, well, I feel like one of you might be looking at changing career in order to spend, so that you can spend more time together. Those of you who are single, I feel that it could be through a career change that you actually meet somebody new, or just through having done so much work on yourself lately. And remember to nurture your inner child, which I feel, you know, this is all about inner child, letting your inner child energy out. You see that? Allowing your inner child to see things with fresh eyes, you know, be fun, you know, and fearless at the same time. Because you're taking action, inspired action here to bring in what you want. Like I said, you're not going to be going looking. I feel it's coming to you. Because in March you're going to be magnetic and open and easygoing. It's also going to be generous. Whoever's coming in for you, Cancer, if you're single, is going to have this generosity of spirit as well. They're going to be competent, confident. They're going to be like you. I feel like you're calling in your soulmate. Calling in your soulmate. And if you're partnered, it's like your soulmates, and you have, you know, both of you, you know, learning how to balance your respective differences, you know, for the greater good, to make your relationship, you know, so it feels whole. You feel whole, complete, healed as well. I feel that there's a lot of healing that, you know, you do, is being done for the month of March. It's overall really beautiful reading for you, Cancer. And if you're single, it's your independence is the thing that, you know, is your, if you like, your foundation, you know, for success in love. I mentioned boundaries before. This could be something that you're learning you've been learning about yourself that you needed, or perhaps need to establish better boundaries, but because you're loving on yourself and you've been working on yourself, I feel your boundaries are pretty good, which is why you can be in this childlike energy, and be receptive, and perhaps you've been nurturing your inner child as well, and as a couple I feel as if by nurturing both of you, understanding your inner child, you're going to be more playful together, you're going to have more fun, and you're going to attract luck and joy into your life. This is like, because you understand how to be playful, or you've learned how to be playful, you're learning how to operate as a team, as a unit. You're going to be bringing in more joy, more happiness into your life. You're also going to have to be patient with each other, which I feel in March you're going to have that. You're going to have that patience and understanding, like a higher understanding of how you tick, how your partner ticks, and they're going to be understanding you more, understanding, observing, and taking on board how you tick, paying attention to you. Well, there, Cancer, that's what I have for you for March. It looks like things are good for you. I wish you all the best. Do like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, because I like to read them, especially if it's resonated with you. And sending you lots of love. Until next time, bye bye.